about all the time.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
I think about it a lot.
Do you fear death?
I fear the way I'm gonna die. I don't necessarily fear death. Now I'm kind of getting at an age where a lot of like my relatives or a lot of older people around me are starting to pass. That death is kind of like put more at the forefront of my mind. So then I started thinking, because I'm not very religious, I didn't grow up very religious. Like, yeah, I grew up a Catholic, but my parents weren't like trying to, you know, shove it down my throat. I really don't know what to think of it. Like, I think of death and literally what happened, like the image I get in my mind is just black.
After you died, where did you go?
There was nothing at all.
Do you believe in life after death?
I like the thought of it. I can't say that I believe it. But I think it's comforting to think that some religions out there say that one, you can come back. If you're a good person, then you come back as a person or whatever, right? The whole reincarnation thing, like that is comforting. That heaven exists, that's also comforting. But I don't hold on to it as truth. Because of that, when I do think about it, it's just black.
I think of just nothing just ends and that's it.
I agree. For me, I feel like it's just one big sleep, a never-ending sleep, and it's just black. I think it sounds scary when you say the word like it's darkness, it's black. There's nothing there. But I mean, if you think about it, if something ceases to exist, technically there's just literally nothing afterwards, you know. And I feel like nothing would then feel like nothing if there is no pain, and it's just nothing. It's sleep.
So you have senses, and then your senses just go away, and then you're just nothing.
Yeah.
I just see it like a clicking, like a ticking, like a ticking clock. It's like the seconds just stop, and then that's it.
Do you guys believe in the fact that, like, you know how people say, like, spiritual people, they say that each person has like their own energy and like their own aura and stuff, and like once you pass, like your body's dead, but that energy still lives. Do you guys believe in that?
Yeah.
I believe in that.
I think all the religions were right if you add them all together. So for example, if you say you believe in Christianity, right? There is a ultimate maker. If you believe that we're in a simulated reality and we're living in the matrix, there is someone who had to invent or make that, or we were the makers. If you believe in reincarnation, then within this simulated reality, we just keep coming back into this realm. And if you believe in heaven and hell, that still makes sense too. If you come back to this world, you can still live a life of heaven or you can live a life of hell. So it all exists and it's continuously existing within this world. But I think that's getting into too much philosophical to simplify it. I think
Yeah, I'm like, wow.
I think all of that works.
Elon Musk just came out and spoke on this very topic actually.
Elon Musk believes in this theory also, where we live in a simulated
Tell me
reality.
about it.
They're spending money right now to try to figure it out. Him and a bunch of other super rich
Because the
people.
most
Catch me up. I don't know what you're saying.
So what he's saying is that like the humans, like, you know, our technology has evolved fucking crazy up to this point. Because humanity's technology is advancing so much, at one point, like there's gonna be a cap where we can't
Elon Musk
innovate
is saying
anymore.
this.
Yeah, so that's one of the theories. That there's a cap on technology, and at one point, all humans are just gonna all plug up to this like simulated reality, and that's the world that we're living in now.
So we're living in someone's.
So we're already
Yeah.
past the cap,
Yeah.
and we're all plugged up into something already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
but then we can create our own simulated
keeps
reality
going
within. It's kind of like how we're doing right now with games like GTA and The Sims and stuff like that. It's a very small version of what's what's gonna come, you know. And what's a better way to, like, we can't travel at the speed of light, but then if we can leave the physical realm and our spirits can travel or something else, you know.
So
This is fucking crazy
if we are already
conversation.
GTA, then what's stopping us from just destroying this thing that we think is fake then?
The game system.
Maybe
Yeah.
we don't know that it's the truth yet, so that's why we're not fucking it up, because we're still unsure.
Well, because we're still bounded by the physical world. Like, we still feel emotions, we still feel pain,
You
we
guys
still
feel
feel, you know, like family. Even if it's fake, it's real. So it's real enough to matter in the present form.
What about you? What are your thoughts?
Everything I just talked about is pretty much, I believe in all of it. I know there's gotta be a connection though, because there's just crazy similarities in nature where if you go to the super macro, right, and you look into space from a telescope or whatever, and then you look into our cells and into our body, these patterns and shape, they look fucking too similar. If you go to super micro and super macro, right? And then when I get super fucking high, I start seeing some shit.
That's the
This
best
sounds
time.
like high people talk right
Yeah.
now. Actually, I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck. Am I drunk or high? What the hell? This conversation's crazy.
Really, this is like a typical science class in college.
Yeah, but then
Everyone's
at
high
least.
as shit.
Well, but
It
in
is.
science class, you go in knowing that you're gonna hear some mind-blowing shit. You know what I mean? Like you're already prepped for it. But here, I'm just like, oh, ugh, I'm kicking it in my house, just hanging out with my friends, and we're talking about some high talk. That's
now
how
you're
I'm
like,
feeling.
We're also talking about life after death.
It
though.
is,
It
which is
kinda
very
leads me
true.
down this path.
Because I don't know if I have my mindset on believing if there's a maker yet. So that's the thing. I think for me, I feel like if there is a maker, then maybe there is life after death. But then there's also the Big Bang Theory, and kind of like the way world is and the way nature and physics is, everything is just extreme chaos, and through the chaos comes kind of like the rose that grows out of the concrete. And that's just how it's always been, you know, like we had giant rocks colliding, creates planets, and even within the planets, giant rocks collide, and then now you have sand, and they keep colliding, and it becomes really, really, really fine sand. And then the sand all of a sudden keeps colliding. Now you have minerals, and that turns into mud and dirt, and life now arises from what was originally two big ass fucking rocks. So the world is just fucking
collide with
rocks.
each other?
It's just fucking.
Yeah, you two collide with each other and then make babies.
Yeah,
Nightly,
that's
yeah.
literally the world. It's just a
Nightly.
fucking baby. So unless God is a baby and he's just going,
That'd be awesome.
maybe it was. He's just fucking creating universes. It's highly possible, but it's just
Like Men in Black, dude, when like that world was like on the
Oh,
collar
yeah.
of a
It's on
cat.
Orion's belt.
Yeah.
figure that out. Elon Musk is probably way smarter and knows a lot more than we do. So maybe he's the one leading like the investigation on this stuff, but it is really mind blowing though.
Say that there was an answer, right? That Elon Musk does come up with. This is black and white now. It's been proven. This is what's gonna happen after. Do you see that affecting your life at all?
I think that's like some Da Vinci Code shit. You know, like if any of you guys have watched that movie with Tom Hanks, I think that's what they're talking about, where it's like people are seeking the truth, but what if the truth is the exact thing that ruins humanity?
Yeah.
So let's say he does find out and there is a thing, and now people are like, wait, so all of us are just gonna end up being this? Well, fuck it.
it,
No
yeah.
point in living.
Make chaos.
No point in exploring what being alive is really about. Fuck it.
Would you be a fucking person though?
I don't know. It probably depends on what the truth is, and then maybe he does know the truth, and he doesn't want to ruin humanity. He's like, I know the truth, but the world isn't ready to know.
I've been thinking a lot about death recently. I don't know why. Well, not really recently. I feel like since I was a kid.
Maybe because Halloween and you
Yeah,
saw
even-
ghosts everywhere.
Even
Oh,
when you were
maybe.
about to, when you were pregnant, you were scared of that
Yeah,
too.
so I don't know why, but ever since I was a kid, I always had like this like gut feeling that I wasn't meant to live long. I don't know why.
too.
Yeah, so like yeah, when I got pregnant, I thought, oh okay, so this is the way I'm gonna go out by giving birth. But that didn't happen. So then now, yeah, like
morbid.
I know. I don't know why my mind goes there. It gets very morbid, and now like that I'm getting older. I've been having these like episodes where like it really like it sinks in the fact that one day I will die, and I get so scared. And I don't know why I'm scared, because like I don't like thinking about life after death. Like I'm kind of mixed, because I feel like yeah, there will be like that, like the lights just turn off, and then that's it. You just cease to exist. But then there's also a part of me that believes in that energy, that we each carry an energy, and so once our physical body is gone, like that energy's still there, but where it goes, what happens to that energy, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the same way, like, when I was in elementary school. I don't know why I thought about death so young, but I was like,
Yeah, you
damn,
guys are negative.
yeah, no, because I was like, damn, that must be so crazy, like, to think that everything is so pitch black, right? Like, everything just, like, lights off, right? And I'm like, man, but what if, like, is it because I don't believe in a religion, and that's why it seems so black to me? And I questioned myself about it. I was like, but I don't know if there is even like a being out there like that, right? Up until this day, I still believe that maybe like it would just be black, but I've had encounters with people who do like see spirits and ghosts, and I know it's crazy talk, I know, but like just hear me out though, because like they seem very genuine about it, and they're very serious about it. Their experiences is not something really to joke about, and like they're telling me about like, yeah, you know, everybody, they each have their own guardian watching out for them, and in some way or another, like the people that you encounter is like reincarnations of themselves. So it's just like so like similar to you, Tiff, like it's it's kind of like, well, you do wish that aura like goes and it goes into something else, right? So like in that instance, like they were just telling me like, yeah, like the person or the guardian that you have with you or the person that you are now, you are a reincarnation of somebody else, but you don't have those memories with you.
There's like those kids that come out saying, remember those like the Indian kids that we were looking at? Like they'll be like these 3-year-olds talking about the family that they had, and it's like crazy.
Yeah,
Their
and then they see them.
Happens a lot. Yeah, it happens a lot.
How do you explain that?
So then I guess that's what, like, I've had a best friend in my life that when we first met, it was like, I know you from somewhere. And then she's like, yeah, I know you from somewhere too. And it was like these souls connecting. And I've never experienced that with anyone else. But there's no way, like, looking at our past that we would ever cross paths. I mean,
That's how I feel about every single dog I see.
Seriously,
I know
right?
you. I know you.
No, I only feel that for Meatloaf. He's the only one where I'm like, holy fuck, this is Tyson.
Yeah, I mean,
really?
I'm not close to Meatloaf, or I wasn't close to Tyson, but I felt that too when I met Meatloaf. I'm like,
Well, they
Tyson.
share the same genes.
No,
they're gonna have
they
a
look
lot
very
of similar
similar.
traits.
No, it wasn't even appearance.
But Tyson can't possess them or be reincarnated because they weren't.
They were alive at the
They
same
were alive
time.
at the same time.
Because I have a science major, my brain it naturally lends itself to more of the scientific theories. But the one thing that does make me like believe in like the energy like you're talking about, or like reincarnation or other beings, it's the fact that humans are so special. Out of all other animals, we're creative. We're able to create all of this, buildings, you know, it's like we're able to progress every single generation. We're able to speak, we're able to express our ideas, versus like if you take a monkey from today and you bring that motherfucker to like a 14th century monkey, they'll be homies like that. Versus we're so much more advanced than a 14th century human. I'm like, what makes us so special? Like, why do we possess this ability to create and think of all these philosophical things? Maybe we were put here for a specific purpose, or we're fucking aliens. Drop off.
I think we're just aliens.